Welcome back to the Muslim Basketball Podcast. I'm your host, Ibrahim Sharaf, and we're back here with a regular, it seems.
Thanks for having me. Great to be back here.
And
for a second time.
Yeah, you know.
So really fast, we actually recorded this entire pod yesterday, and the phone died, and we had no idea, and so we were yapping for like an hour, and the phone died. So we're here at day 2, doing it all over again, just for you. So Yusuf does not want to be here, just let you guys know. He just does not want to be here right now.
What was that sound?
That was my phone, don't worry about it.
That was this one?
That was this one, relax. Yeah, don't worry about it. He's like on edge, so the phone doesn't die on us. Anyway, so let's start into the announcements. Number 1, we have something that we're actually looking to gauge the interest of the league for, and that's the awards dinner. So at this awards dinner, pretty much we would have superlatives. We would have, MVP, All-Star MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, all these different awards from the entire season, as well as like fun ones like, worst foul, the biggest flopper, things like that. Just
biggest yapper?
Yeah, whatever you want.
It's all the same person.
You got what, Cho and Raheem for honors?
But the point is, we are trying to gauge interest for that. So basically, this would be a dinner that would be subsidized by Muslim Basketball. So everybody coming through would not have to pay for the entire meal. They just pay a certain amount. And it would be just like every player in the player chat, every player that's in the league would be invited to this. I think it'd be a great, it'd be a good time, I think. We do like little awards and stuff like that. It'd be a lot of fun. But we're trying to gauge interest from the league to see if you guys are interested in it. So I'm going to put a poll in the group chat, inshallah. I want you guys to vote on it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are interested in that, if you guys are not, whatever it is, no big deal. But we do need to know relatively sooner rather than later because, the season's done on Sunday, right? So let us know as soon as possible, and then we'll go ahead and try to get that scheduled for you guys if there's enough interest, inshallah. Next thing on the docket here is food for Sunday, inshallah. So on the All-Star game, we could potentially have food, and that would be like some kind of sandwich or something like that we would have. Wouldn't be anything too crazy expensive or anything like that, but just for the All-Star game, because we're going to have a pretty action-packed Sunday. We're going to have the All-Star game, we're going to have the mini games, the 1v1 and the three-point contest, and then we're also going to have the championship game all in one day. So we want you guys to show out and stuff like that. And if it helps, we'd love to have food. So if you guys, I'm also going to put a poll in the group chat for that to see if you guys are interested in having some kind of, food there. And we have some certain things lined up. But if you guys are interested, let us know. Again, that's something we have to gauge interest for. It's so we can plan right for it. Because we don't want to buy a ton of food and then nobody buys it, right? All right. Then we have the MB Cup. So MB Cup, inshallah, is going to be between all-star teams of Central Jersey, North Jersey, and PA. We've seen in the group chat, everybody was talking, they were talking hot. North Jersey was talking hot in the group chat. And so, show us what you're made of, basically. Show out.
Not even in the group chat. It's in the Central group chat.
It's just the one guy.
It's just the one guy, yeah, because he's helped to set up in the league.
Gotcha.
But
we can kick him out if you want.
he doesn't have to be.
Who is this guy?
No, shout out Amar Bessie. But MB Cup will be on March 3rd, so about a week before Ramadan, inshallah. And so whoever is going from our league, inshallah, we expect you guys to win. Like, come on, like don't make us look dirty. Don't do us dirty. Anyway, final announcement is we are officially now looking for volunteers for the next season, inshallah. So we're going to be posting a link in the group chat to like some kind of form or something like that to sign up for that if you'd like to. Again, it doesn't have to be anything insane. I honestly didn't think that I was going to be a volunteer this season, and it kind of just developed into the podcast, and it's been great. It's been a great time. I've got to meet so many people from the league and just talk about basketball, which I like to do. And so many people have given me really positive feedback about the league, and it's all because I was just like, yeah, you know what? Sign me up to help, right? It doesn't have to be anything as time-consuming as the podcast can be, but it could be like, helping record. We're looking for content creators for highlights, to put things on like TikTok and stuff like that. We're looking for, there's like paid stat keepers, for example. There's a ton of things that like, we would need some help for.
And we can find something that you would enjoy.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a bunch of different
You can totally even fill out the form, and then we'd just like ask you if you want to do all these different things, and if you say you don't want to do any of them, then no big deal, go on your way, you know what I mean? But We're looking, inshallah, to have our next season in June. So Summer League, this is unofficial right now. Nothing's confirmed, but that's what we're looking to do. So, we also need volunteers for that. And also, if you're not going to volunteer, but you enjoyed this season, stay tuned for next season. Try to keep your schedules open. Look for your teammates now. Start poaching those other players from the other teams. And, that's all I got for
Can we
announcements.
volunteer as refs?
No.
That'd be awesome, honestly.
If you're certified as a ref, then sure.
I guess technically I could ref.
You're certified?
I am.
Are you actually?
I'm actually gonna put in the work these next 3 months, get certified.
Do you have
just to throw Rafah's game?
Do you have reffing gear?
I have my whistle. I have my whistle on me actually.
Okay.
I'm strapped up.
This guy. All right, yeah, those are all the announcements that we had, and without further ado, let's get into the recaps. So let me pull that up really fast.
Let's go round 2, baby. Let's talk about it again. Relive the trauma.
Yeah, this guy has to talk about his loss twice now. I forgot about that.
Once wasn't enough.
It's like, nope, we're gonna have to relive it twice.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
start. I think we came in. I've literally seen the same thing that I saw yesterday. I think we came in with a really good game plan. Defensively, we know that they get most of their points off the fast break and transition. They run a lot. They're a very big team, so they get a lot of offensive rebounds. And their half-court offense is not really that good, but there's a couple of players you got to watch out for. So I put myself on Kareem Shaban, and I was like, I'm going to face guard him the entire game. Excited about it. I put Izet on Medic. Similar build. I was like, I was just going to bother him. And Medic was kind of annoyed, honestly, in the beginning of the game. And then offensively, we knew they were going to play a 2-3 zone. So we're like, okay, we're going to do a 1-3-1 where I bring the ball up, either Faisal or Adi are in the middle, and then we move the ball
Two guys
around
on the
and
wings, right?
Yeah, break the ball, break the defense down, keep passing.
And this is a 1-3-1 offensively, you're saying?
Yes. And it worked really, really well. We were very disciplined. We got Ali specifically got a lot of open shots. That's why his stat line looked a lot better this game than it usually. Not when he usually does, but he scored a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we didn't give like a full game overview. Let's just say how it ended up. Ajjur unfortunately lost 36-56. Rafah came out with the win. It was very close in the first half.
Yes, so first half was. I was watching this. I was doing the score for these teams, and first half, Ajjur looked like a team that we hadn't seen all year. To be honest, like they were fighting, they were playing really good basketball. They were moving the ball so well, and they pretty much did this thing offensively where they had like, because of the 1-3-1, they did this like triangle thing. Mm-hmm. So like basically, Tariq would be at the top, he'd have somebody on the wing, and usually it was Faisal that was at the top of the elbow basically. And they would move the ball within the this triangle so that eventually somebody would get an open shot, and they would kind of manipulate the zone that they were playing against them. They're playing zone against you guys, right? Or are they playing man?
They played 2-3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we knew they would play 2-3. They played 2-3 against Bala. What's going on?
yeah, I don't know what you're doing, bro. What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing now?
What?
Bro, relax. It's no big deal.
You know what? I'm just trying to help here, alright? You stressed me out yesterday, and you dragged me here today.
Is everything good?
Yeah, it's fine.
He's
I just
telling
said-
me to, like, type the bracket out now. I'm like, no.
No,
bro.
like type the names in.
Relax.
Like
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'll just cut it. Now I have to cut this too.
Dude, tensions
Thanks,
are
dude.
so high right now, dude. Tensions are
Thank you.
so
Thank you,
high.
bro. Thank you.
Unbelievably
I was
high.
gonna get before you cut me off. I was gonna get to the game recap. I was
It's
gonna
ridiculous,
say, we
man.
played really
You're just
well.
ruining everything, man.
We played really well in the first half,
You did.
and then it all broke down. And shout out to Rafah for staying mentally into the game and not collapsing like we did. They are a mentally tough team, and they started playing their game in the second half, and they took over. And second half wasn't even close. A lot of fast breaks.
What happened in the second half?
It was just, again, we weren't very disciplined. We were playing that 1-3-1 offense in the first half, and in the second half, just a lot of hero ball, a lot of threes
Yeah.
for no reason.
So
honestly.
first second half started with Faisal. He hit a 3.
Yeah, it was 28-25.
And so it was 28-25. It was a 3-point game, and we're like, oh, like they're gonna come out like hot here, right?
Yeah.
And then they didn't score for like 12 minutes. Like
Yeah.
Rafah just like took advantage of them. It was crazy. Like
Yeah.
it was like that's when the Rafah won the game, really. And I think we were telling Tariq a lot like through the game. Like we're like, yo, your team's not scoring now. We need you to just be aggressive and
Sure.
try to get it in there. And like a lot of times, like your stat sheet it shows that you went 2 for 10, but like I wasn't upset with the shots you were taking. Like you get good looks, you would get past your defender, and you'd have a good look at it, but it would just like rim out or something like that. Yeah. So like they weren't like bad takes that you were having.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why so many people were telling you to be more aggressive was, it's going to sound corny because I just said this quote last time that the camera didn't see, but basically I was watching All-Star Weekend this week, and Tyrese Halliburton was like commentating on in one of these things, right? I'm not comparing Tyrese Halliburton,
but you are.
But what Tyrese said, he said that like as a point guard, you have to like part of like what you do also has to be scoring, because like you're trying so hard to be unselfish by moving the ball around, but by doing that you end up becoming a little bit selfish, because like at the end of the day, if the defense knows that you're not going to try to score, if they know that you're not going to be aggressive and look to score, then they're going to just look to block the pass and look, like you pretty much like by scoring you're keeping, or even trying to score, you're keeping the defense honest. They're just not going to know what you're going to do next, and it opens things up for your teammates that typically wouldn't happen, right? So it's like your main goal as a point guard is to facilitate, for sure. You know what I mean? And I think you do an excellent job with that, right? But I think that like the next piece in development for your game is also going to be about like, okay, I've moved the ball around, I've got a couple assists now, they're looking to prevent me from doing that, I need to score now, and they're going to be like, what do we do? Like, how do we guard this guy? You know what I mean?
It's also really hard because like if you specifically watch Stoddard play, like he's making the right decision.
Yeah, he is.
Like
all the time. Yeah. Yeah. I just think
that's
that like
what frustrates me.
Yeah. What's the crazy part is that like a lot of times though is that like things will happen where your teammates just aren't finishing. Just like you saw in the second half of this game. They weren't making anything, right? And like at that point, if you were to even just score 1 or 2 baskets, that changes the momentum of the entire game. Yeah. Your teammates are seeing the ball go through the basket now. The defense is now guarding you more up. That opens things up for you get a foot into the paint, right? And now they're collapsing in on you because you require more presence to prevent you, and it opens somebody else up. You know what I mean? To get the ball and to score. And so that's really the biggest feedback I would have for you personally. I think overall your team played pretty good, man. The first half was like, I was not upset with the way that you guys played. I was sitting next to a Rays, and he was like, bro, this is an Ajjur team we have not seen. Like, this is insane. He's like, I did not think it was going to be this way.
The one thing that our team lacks, and I want to move on to Rafah after this because they won the game. We should talk about them some more. But I think the one thing that was missing from our team is I guess it's a bit corny, the leadership though. Like waiting, instead of making the pass and telling people where to go, waiting till the offense is set up and then making that pass into the elbow so that we can set up the offense. And I think Sammy does a really good job of this, and Ryan does a really good job, and Mehdi does a really good job of just level setting the team. Yeah. Especially in that first couple of minutes where we were very, very physical with them, and they weren't like matching our physicality. Right. And they were really frustrated. They wanted to call a timeout in the second possession.
There was one time I think like they were trying to like, that's a charge, and you were like soft.
Yeah.
And I started dying. I was like on the scoreboard just laughing so hard. I was like, yeah, it's soft. Man, it's like I was like, this is playoff basketball.
It was worse against Bristol, but I was talking so much.
Yeah, I remember. But you know what? Props to Ajjur. Yazur had 14 points, 8 rebounds. He did pretty well.
Yeah, it just sucks because Kareem doesn't really have. I mean, I'm sorry. Kareem Yazur doesn't really have bad games like this. But he shot 2 for 14, and he usually hits those threes. Exactly.
But yeah, you know what? Hats off to Ajjur. We loved having you this season. You guys came out there and competed. You guys got better as a team as the season went by, and we'd love to have you guys next season.
Honestly, this was honestly Ajjur's probably most improved team. Thoughts?
Oh, they would honestly very strong contender for it. And if we have the awards dinner, they're up there for it for sure.
Yeah, we'll be there.
If there is one.
Except the award. So I want to give a shout out on Rafah to Omar Aboteya. His impact's not going to show on the stat sheet. He did his buckets or his baskets were really timely in the first half.
And he's efficient too. 4 for 6, man.
Yeah, and he had a lot of presence on the boards, and he played really good defense. I want to shout him out.
I was actually, he mentioned, we were talking to him before the game, and he was like, I'm just going to have to get mine, man. I have to be a little bit more selfish. Like, all season I haven't been. I'm just going to have to be. And, 4 for 6. Like, that's scaling that up. That's really good. Like, you know what I mean?
Remember that rebound that he got where he hit it? I don't know, the ball hit his hand and it went all the way up and into the back.
Yeah. I gave him a putback for that. I gave him a putback for that. It was like a rebound kind of, and it just tipped it in kind of.
Yeah.
So like it was just like putback. He gets a rebound and a point off for that one. And the rest of the contributors on Rafah, you got Malik, Karim Shaban, 16 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Malik was a really efficient 12 and 9, so 12 points, 9 rebounds on 5 for 9 shooting, with a steal and 3 blocks. There was also a play that Aboudi had like back-to-back blocks, so he was like I think Karim had a 3. He gets sent into the stands, and then you gather the plays again. Everybody gets the ball. They're about to inbound it again. Aboudi comes in another and sent it to the
stands. Stare down. I just
bro, it was so funny.
That has more of a psychological effect.
No, seriously, bro, I'm so mad at watching. I'm like, bro, just don't even shoot it.
Bro, I was literally sitting there. I was like, bro, those 2 blocks took like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
because like the ball gets like flowing. There's a stare down, and then there's like the whole like 5 seconds to like inbound it and like get reset up.
I remember
so funny.
the one where Karim got blocked. It was in the corner 3, and he comes and he looks at me and he's just scratching his head like that. I was like, the vibes are down.
I wonder why that didn't work.
Because he was so far away.
Yeah, but Aboudi's tall, man. Like, he has long arms, so it was so funny. And bro, at the beginning of the game, actually, so I was like sitting, I'm in a really fortunate spot when I'm like doing the scorekeeping because like, you can hear the energy on both sides.
Yeah.
And there were a couple times when Rayan had like I feel like wide open shots, and I was like, all right, yeah, he's gonna shoot it. It's gonna be a good shot, and he'd miss it, and like some guys on his team would just like yell at him, like, yo, like that's not a good shot, cut it, like just stop doing it. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like those are good shots, yeah. Like and like Rayan, I feel like this season he hasn't really gotten it going from the scoring end of things. But I feel like basketball isn't a game that you can really play without a good amount of confidence. You know what I mean? Like you have to like have confidence in your shot and in yourself. And so like he came to the bench to go take me out, and he got subbed out. And I leaned over and I was like, Rayan, honestly, bro, those are good shots. Like, you are wide open. Like you're taking like good shots. They're not bad. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And like, I feel like he was doing a good job. Like I feel like I wouldn't be mad about those shots. You know what I mean? So,
but you were saying he was hesitating sometimes, and I feel like that might have gotten in his head.
That's what I'm trying to say is that like he could be hesitating, and it could be like on top of that, if people are telling him don't shoot it, like that's probably causing him to hesitate. You know what I mean? It's like so.
The funny thing is I got there really, really early to warm up around like 10 o'clock or 10:15, and he was there too. Like we were the first 2 guys at the gym, and he was shooting around, and he kept telling me from across from the other side, he's like, you better come up on that shot, thought it. Like I'm hitting. And so like when I'm a psychopath, I had a notepad of how to guard everybody on Rafah, and for Rayan, I specifically told Karim sag off because he's hesitant on the shot. Right? And so he had this pick and roll like twice where he had just wide open 3. Like Karim wasn't even going to him with a shot, and it didn't hit rim.
Yeah, some of them like I remember they hit like the backboard right next to the rim, and like
it was bad.
It just looks like a bad miss.
But the problem is he didn't come up confidently with it. It was almost like a hesitating
I've
shot.
noticed that hitching a shot because
and
of it. Yeah,
he needs to just. I feel like Sammy tells him a little bit that it's not that good of a shot, like because I don't know, he just doesn't think it's a good shot. I personally think it's a good shot. He should keep taking it. He should be more confident with it. He can make it. I've seen him make it. He's a good 3-point shooter. Look at the difference between how Yazur supports Taka when he's not hitting his threes versus how Rayan is.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Like,
No,
and Taka knows how to miss, dude.
Exactly.
He misses with the best.
Not tonight, though. Not tonight.
But like I specifically tried to like Faisal, for example, or Karim. If they're missing their threes, we still need you to take those threes because you need to space out the floor.
Yeah.
Right. So there's still good shots even if you don't make them. I think he needs to be more confident.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And we didn't talk about Sammy's stat line as well. 6 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. Yeah. He was facilitating
king of impact, bro. It's so much impact on his team.
He was doing the most, mashallah.
Shot 50%. He didn't take too many shots, but like because he was on the boards. Like, he prevents second chances for the other team offensively.
He's the leading rebounder.
Gets second chances for his team. Yeah. It's like, it's so important for the team.
He was the leading rebounder in the game, not only like on both sides. Like he obviously had the biggest impact.
I mean, bro, Sammy has so much presence on the court, especially like So it's just
He's their most important player. In my opinion.
Yeah, and then Aboudi also had kind of a slower on the scoring end, but he made up for it in rebounds. I guess 7 points, 8 rebounds, 3 for 11. Not a great shooting day, I guess.
But hey, I mean, 7 points, 8 rebounds is great.
Yeah,
it gives 2 blocks, you get 2 assists.
Of course.
I think we did a good job of defending them because if you look at that stat sheet, it's very balanced.
They shot a lot.
Usually it's Kareem.
They shot less efficiently than they typically do. I feel like.
Yeah.
And what Kareem I feel like most of the things Kareem was missing was open layups. No,
Yeah.
Really? Did he?
Well,
I don't remember.
I mean,
there were a bunch of open layups he was missing.
Just last thing, Kareem is so annoying, man. I'm sorry, man. The leak outs.
Yeah, he did leak out.
4 and 5 defense.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Kareem missing a bunch of layups.
I don't remember him
Kareem.
missing.
Yeah, Kareem shot bad. Yeah.
I don't remember him missing that many layups. I mean,
Wait, are you serious?
I just don't remember.
Wait, I'm pretty sure he shot lights out, and all of his misses were
he
lit.
didn't shoot lights out. He missed about 4 threes or something like that.
He missed 6 threes. No, that was.
I'm 99%
yeah, he missed 6
sure.
threes actually. Yeah.
I'm 99% sure he was leaking out every play, and every single time he missed, there was someone trailing, and that's the one who eventually scored.
No,
Really?
he missed one layup. I remember it was and I was trailing behind him, and I had a steal.
Oh, and it was a little
block
too
on
strong, right? It went hit the
exactly.
front rim
and
and
I
went
got the
out.
rebound
I
and came
remember
back.
that. I remember that.
With
Oh,
that.
what am I yapping? I didn't even watch this game. What am I talking about?
No, he made most of his layups. He missed a lot of threes and like a midi or something like that.
Where are you making this up from?
Wait, bro, I remember one game where he missed 4 layups almost
Oh, that was
consecutively.
against Sabah.
Oh, it might have been. Yeah.
I was like, bro, I don't remember him missing layups like that.
Yeah. I was thinking about the last one that I.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's all good.
It's funny.
All right.
Bro, he's gonna come back with notes about what we said.
yeah, here we go. Framed on his wall. Gold
I'll remember
plaques.
this for next season.
I face guarded him the entire time, and he comes to me after the game. He's like, "How about that face guarding, dog?" I was like, "Bro, I held you to whatever, 20% shooting.
16
What's the
points?
problem?" Most of that was off leak outs. It's not my fault. I'm setting up the offense.
Do your thing, man.
All right, guys, let's head over on to the next game. So next game was a nail biter. What the hell? It was the trilogy of Yazur versus Khan Yunis. First game, Khan Yunis, Yazur. Yazur took the win. Second one, Khan Yunis took the win. And this was the trilogy. This was the one that put everything to bed, settled all the scores. And Yazur took the win 63-47. It was an insane game. The intensity on the game from the rip was up there. First thoughts when I was watching it, they really did a good job, and I feel like took our advice.
Who's they?
Yazur. In keeping Hassan, they had guys on him the entire way. As soon as he would cross half court, there was somebody up there.
In jail.
Yeah, and he
Get away.
it was basically the rest of the team that ended up carrying the load, which is again what we said. We're like, oh, let the rest of the team beat you if that's the case.
Yeah.
That's what they did. Shahari had 15, Booker had 12, 11 for Osmani, right? And then Hassan had he still got his 9. Like we said, when you're a player like that, you're not gonna have 0 points. You're still gonna end up
He
scoring
needs to be
something.
better moving without the ball, I think.
But bro, he was making the right reads. I feel like he would get it across half court, and then they would double him, and he'd have to move it out. But I feel like the rest of the team wasn't moving enough.
No, because
The first half was different than the second half.
Speaking as a point guard, when I'm getting trapped, I want my teammates to get an open pass.
Yeah. So you
they
can see
exactly.
over the doubles.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to do that and also think to score.
Yeah.
Especially when you have someone, not only 2 people pressuring, but you also have we talked about.
But the idea is that
the one person in the middle.
The idea is
who's blocking the passing.
If
lane.
one
Abu
person,
Rahman usually.
Sure.
but if one person on your team can get an open passing lane, and that player that's getting trapped actually moves it there, the idea is one more pass makes the open lay. You know what I mean?
But if Hassan's the one that's being trapped, why doesn't he just let somebody else bring the ball down the floor and he goes to work off the elbow? Or
I
something,
don't remember how it went. I'm pretty sure he didn't bring it up every single time. I think what ended up happening was
can handle the ball.
Osmani can?
Yeah, Osmani and Shaharia.
And Shaharia can as well. I think
happened?
they did sometimes for sure. Osmani, I feel ended up having a much bigger role offensively because of the
The thing is,
pressure
Osmani
on
sometimes got trapped as well, and that led to turnovers. I don't think Shaharia ever actually got trapped.
Osmani only had 1 turnover in the whole game. He was
really?
doing, he was doing fine. Hassan had turnovers, and it was because of the doubles. But what ended up happening was because Hassan was effectively taken out of the game early on. Booker ended up having such a big role. They kept in the first half. They kept giving
Booker's first half.
They kept giving it down low to him, down by the baseline, and he would just go to work. And he had 12 and 12. He had a block and 2 assists. Second half, he kind of disappeared, and that was kind of what I feel like sealed the deal for them. If they kept it up, because at the end of the first half, it was 31-28. Like, it was a very close game. Khan Yunis had the lead for most of the game. And then Yazur ended up taking it before the end of the half.
We actually didn't even talk about this yet. But Khan Yunis only had 5 players the entire game.
Yeah, that was a big deal for it too.
Yeah, fatigue definitely played a part in this.
For sure.
Playing 5 people against Yazur is it's really, really hard.
Bro,
especially
and
you're running back and forth with them.
I said this yesterday when we recorded this, but at the end of the day, the better team won. And not because Yazur is just so much more talented than Khan Yunis is, because Khan Yunis, as we know, has a ton of talent. It's just that every week in, week out, Yazur, all of their players show up except Mohamed Trower and Fetish. They're the only 2 players that haven't showed up every week, as far as I remember. They have all their guys there. Each week, each one of at least 4 or 5 of them are giving such big pieces of impact on the court. Even if it's not scoring, you have Abu Drahan with the assists, the rebounds, the steals, and the blocks, right? And then you have Alassane. Obviously, he's always putting up a big scoring night. Montaka, even if he's not scoring OD, he's very vocal on the court and getting a lot done. And even if you look today, Montaka had 23 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals.
5 for 9 shooting.
5 for 9 shooting from the 3. He was insane. You know what I mean? So it's just not much you could do. Again, when you have a team like Khan Yunis, they're amazing, very talented players. But when you have 5 players, you got no subs. You're playing there all game. You can also see that fatigue played that role. It's 31-28 at the first half. Second half, Yazur scored a 32, just similar to their first half score. And then Khan Yunis scored 9 less points, right? So it's that's less than they did the first half. So you can see the effect that that would have had.
I feel back to individual performances. I think Abu Bakr had a crazy first half because they were moving the ball so quickly.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you about that. So when I was watching the game and I was watching the first half, it seemed like Yazur was in control of the game, even though the score was almost as high a game, right? And when I was watching the offense, right, for Khan Yunis, it felt like the shots that they were getting weren't as high quality as Yazur was getting on the other end.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Right? I remember is that his name? He had this crazy fadeaway jump shot from the free throw line.
I remember that, yeah.
Right, and then the next play there was another jump shot that was hit that was kind of wild, and it was I was looking at it, I was like, hey, this is not going to keep up for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? Did you feel that way, or do you just?
I feel like they were getting I feel like especially Shaharia and Abu Bakr, they in the beginning they were moving the ball very, very well, and they kept getting the ball baseline, and there was always some easy shot that was made, and I was like in my head I was bro, if they just do that all game, they'll be fine.
Bro, and Shaharia also kept getting the line. He had 8 for 9 on the free throw line. He got a ton of points off the free throw line.
Actually, I remember thinking this guy doesn't miss on the free throws.
Yeah,
he got fouled on a 3 and made all 3.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know, man. He's tough.
It was tough.
Making 3 consecutive free throws, as we know, literally in our training, we do free throw training. And it's so hard.
I would make Yusuf, when I got hurt, I just started training Yusuf because I was like, you need to pick up the offensive load. And then I would make him run OD, right? After he's done running, I'm like, all right, 2 for 3 free throws. If you make 2 out of the 3, you don't get to run another thing. He was like, and he's crawling up to the free throw line. He's shooting his free throws. He'll miss the first one. And he's like, no, we gotta make 2 in a row. And so, at the beginning, he was missing them, and so he would have to run again. But towards the end, he was starting to hit, the first 2 or miss 1 and then make 2 right off the bat, and then he wouldn't have to run. So, that being able to hit those free throws under composure, even though you're tired, is a skill that is built, and it looks like Shaharia has that for sure. You know what I mean? 8 for 9 is pretty good. That's much better than league average. I feel like league average for free throws is probably 65% or something like that. It's not very good. It's
we gotta figure out what actually league average.
I wish there was a stat. I wish there was a stat.
So funny. All right, but let's talk about Yazur's.
Let's talk about the star of the show, which is the Yazur defense.
Yeah,
I'm gonna blaze Yazur.
Go ahead.
Because it was really awesome to see. it was like a 3-2. And I said this yesterday. Somebody's watching tape on that team and adjusting for every single different team because they're playing every team differently. They played a 3-2, but it was like one person would pick up Hassan half court and then they'd flow back into the 3-2, and then sometimes the two guys down low would actually, like, one would stagger up into the free throw line, and so the guy on the baseline would cover both corners. And sometimes they would switch. Like, imagine me and you were playing 3-2 and we're not very, like, practiced playing with each other, and you, like, follow a man on the baseline, so we have to switch sides on the 3-2. Would you not, like, scream at me and be like, "God, switch sides"?
Yeah.
They don't need to talk, bro. They just go without talking and they just switch. They know exactly what everybody's gonna do, and it's a zone that morphs into a man. They're just so good defensively, dude. And whatever I saw from them today, like, made me think maybe I want to switch my prediction, but I'm not going to. We'll talk about that later. But it was awesome to see. Dude.
Yeah, it was
really
a very
awesome.
dynamic defense, and, like, as we've known, like, they kind of change it up a lot through the season. Like, they played man pretty much every game, I would say, but, like, there were times when they would play zone, and they played zone today. They played zone, like, I think once. It might have been against
us. Was it a 2-3
us,
or 3-2 that they
like
played?
that.
Do you remember?
Usually it was a 3-2.
Yeah, they usually play
They always
3-2.
play 3-2. Okay.
Yeah. What were we gonna say? We were gonna talk about screening the second man on offense.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, it's a tactic that also has its weaknesses. I think the best way to beat the zone is going to be in the high post, and they do a really good job of kind of denying it in there as well.
Against that 3-1-1, you need to operate out of the corner or the elbow. Like, whoever has the ball needs to do a quick
The corners are always, like, the weak spots, I would say, for any zone.
That's what they were doing. Not the corners, but that's what they were doing. They were doing like quick passes, and they were getting the ball to the baseline like super quickly. And it was happening on both sides, and that's why, like, halfway through the game, if you watch the tape back, I run up to the scorers table to Ibrahim. I'm like, look what they're doing. Like, they're screening a second man, and then they're also, like, doing just, like,
and I was like,
passes.
bro, I told us to do that.
Yeah, I think, like, not many teams in this league realize that you need to break out of your habits when you're playing into a zone. It's not the same as man. You have to make quick passes. The best way to break
like,
a
0
zone,
second decisions, literally,
The best way to break a zone is by quick passes and spacing. You can't. Everyone, like, talks about middle penetration and stuff. Like, quick passes and spacing is the easiest way to break the zone.
That's true.
The best way to break the
So,
zone.
like that's what kind of I was saying Yunis should have done, because they would double Hassan.
Yeah.
The minute he gets the ball out to
The minute
Osmani,
he sees that person
0
coming,
second pass. You know who's
exactly.
open now? Get it to them. That's an easy bucket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But second half, it kind of just fell apart.
Yeah.
You
Same
had
with our game. It's the same exact story as our game. I
Yeah.
think. But their fatigue is more of a factor.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Let's talk about some of the performances on Yazur here. We had 23. I think I mentioned Montauk's stat line before. He was definitely their leading scorer on there.
You mentioned it yesterday,
contributed.
not today, I think.
No, I think I did. It was 23 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. I'll say it again.
Player of the week.
Yeah, player of the week.
Player of the
really, really good job. Al-Hassan, usually he's the leading scorer on the team, but this time 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. Played a great basketball.
Such an effortless stat line.
Yeah,
man.
it's so wild.
You don't, like, realize what he's putting up.
Al-Hassan.
Look at Al-Hassan. It's a very effortless stat line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I'm watching, I'm like, it doesn't look like he has 18 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then,
But it's literally because he just finishes layups. Like, he just gets it.
yeah. He's very smooth.
Yeah.
He's a very smooth
And
player.
bro, like, if you notice, Al-Hassan, like, when
smoothest player in the league.
Paul George.
Paul George, you gotta play that song.
If you notice, Al-Hassan, whenever he goes for a layup, bro, like, he'll jump and his knuckles will be at the rim, and he's just, like, dropping it in the hoop. Like, it's so frustrating because, like, I was the one defending against that.
Bro,
I'm like, bro, what are we
that
supposed
guy
to
works
do?
out like 3 times a day, man. I'm telling you, he's not cut from the same cloth.
Bro, he just plyometrics like
Bro,
every 2 hours. He's doing 2 a day.
He's built. Yeah, he's doing 2 a day. He's just built different. The most important guy on that team, the most impactful in my opinion, is Abu. We
talked with Rahan, yeah.
We talked about this before. His understanding of where to be on defense and just, like, also where to be on offense. He gets it. Like, he's very impactful.
Yeah, 6 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, and a block. Like, again, like we said, like he doesn't have to be the leading scorer on the team, and he just, gives you a beautiful Draymond Green stat line. Amazing plus minus. If we had that stat, we'd know his plus minus would be up there for sure.
Yeah. No, for sure. And he's also, like, such a good facilitator. It's crazy because I remember I'm getting like flashbacks of Abdurrahman like during our game, like penetrating the middle, passing it out immediately, and I'm just like, bro, like this is so annoying. And their offense takes so long, like you're on defense for so long, like you just get in a different mindset.
Because they put a shot up, they get an offensive rebound, and they're back at it again.
And how about 4 steals by Montaka and 4 steals by Alisson?
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Montaka.
4 each.
Did I interrupt you?
No.
Wait, did I?
No, you didn't.
Oh,
I said that. I was just gonna say.
I thought you were
bad.
Yeah, a little bit.
No,
I was like, oh, my bad.
I think he was agreeing with you.
Go ahead. No, I was listening.
Muntaka was like, he after the game, he was like, y'all keep hyping up Alisson. I'm the man on this team. Like, something like that. Like, bro, it was so funny. It's like, y'all should be worried about me. Like,
bro,
good
like
game,
somebody said, I remember who said, I think it was you. He's like, he averages like 4 hurt feelings a game.
He does a great job of rallying the team.
Yeah.
And,
I don't remember. I think it was Ryan. I don't remember somebody. It was so funny.
It sounds like a Ryan comment. You say 4 hurtful comments.
That was so funny. Yazur shot really well, 31%, 32% from the 3. They definitely, I'm telling you, bro, they were in the lab after. They were like,
Taco
yo,
was
we're
5
shooting
for
3s
9,
now. That's
dude.
it.
5 for 9. He
very
is
unorthodox shooting for him too. Like,
yeah, shoots with one hand. He's like Dame. You've seen that Dame clip?
No.
Where he's like
no, but it's not like that. I feel like Dame is kind of like but like Montaka pushes forward a little bit more with his one hand. It works, man. Like it is what it is. Like, but yeah, I think that's really all I had about
I think
this game.
Taka's gonna like the Dame comparison.
yeah.
Bro, you know, we said it from the first pod. We were like trying. There's people. Ryan was trying to compare Zaya to Dame, and I was like, bro, I don't see it. And unfortunately, I don't see it with Taka.
I was gonna say Andre Miller. No disrespect, bro.
Taka definitely has a good player comparison, but it's more somebody that's more like, I don't know, just more a more vocal leader on the team, and that's somebody that's versatile too, because he can do a lot on the. No, I'm
not playing anymore. I'm safe until next season. He's not coming for me.
Are you in the All-Star game?
No, I'm in the 101. Don't sign up for the 101. Actually, put me up against him for sure.
Oh man.
But yeah, overall great game. I really enjoyed watching them. Khan Yunis, hats off to you guys. You guys did great. Would love to see you guys next season for sure. You guys, you showed us you had like a weak lineup, like not weak, but like injury wise. I mean, like you had so many injuries like throughout the entire season that like it was like kind of impressive to see you guys still come out and show up and fight every game of the season. So that was really cool.
Thanks for the first week win for free.
only Jazib showed up on that day.
That's why.
Oh, that's who that was. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, and then he came
injured.
he came week 2, and then he got injured, and he wasn't there either.
Okay, yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
All right. Any other big contributors?
I want to say the last thing. I want to shout out Abdul on Yazur. Big impact defensively. He's just like
he's such a big presence for sure. No, good shout out for that.
2 blocks. That's tough.
Yep.
And also shout out Omar Osmani. His defense, I love that he talks so much on defense. It's so important for the team. Like he's just like definitely like a really good basketball player, like a very good basketball like teammate to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. When he's talking, and then also when
and
he's
Ahmed Kawar. But Ahmed Kawar, I feel like he should have had more rebounds this game. That was kind of like I think a bigger.
Y'all are putting him on this pedestal of like being the rebounding king.
Bro,
just like
he
lay
is
off of him a little. Give him some room.
There was too much pressure.
Bro, season stats. If you actually look at the top rebounder, he's second.
Does this count all playoffs as well?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
10.6 rebounds per game.
That's kind of nuts.
It's insane.
I think Sammy's got to be up there, right?
Sammy's third. Sammy Abdu,
No.
not Sammy Shaban.
Wow.
Sammy Shaban is like 6.
Why am I on that list?
7.
There's no way I'm getting that many rebounds.
Am I on the list somewhere? I am on the list.
Yeah. No way you should be on the list either, respectfully.
No, he had a game with
rebounds?
17 rebounds, bro.
Actually?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was insane. Here, it's this category.
Tough.
All right.
Season high, by the way. Is that for the league?
I think so. I don't think I've seen anybody with more than that. Unless I think Ayman might have had a 20 rebound game.
20 rebounds?
I think I remember something like that.
Freaking Wilt? Like,
Bro, wow.
that's
Can
insane.
you fault them when you had that 17 or 20 rebounds?
Let's not talk about it.
Oh, that was against us.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, let's not talk
upsetting.
about that. I was very
Anyway,
upset after that.
great game from both seasons,
It is
from
what
both
it is.
both sides here. We're excited to see the next game. So let's talk about predictions for Rafah Yazur next week, the finals matchup.
You know, I wanted to say this. Rafah stayed after their game to watch Yazur. Right after the game, I'm not going to name any particular players, but Rafah was like, we got this. I was like, damn, bro. Like, they just beat the second best team in the league. But, like, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, Rafa beat the second best team in the league, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, I will say, my prediction, I'm predicting Rafa. Because I've said from the fourth week, last time I was on the pod, that they were the best team in the league. I'm sticking with that prediction. But it's a bit shaky after seeing Yazur's defense last week and then seeing Rafah's defense last week. The 2-3 zone that they played against us wasn't that great, to be honest.
I'm gonna have to go with Yazur. Like,
But
they have the
when you think
dynamic
about it-
defense, they
when
have
you
the
think about it-
leadership, like they have the scoring ability, like in the star of Al-Hassan, Montaka, like and Abu Drahan, who's like, you know, not gonna really worry about scoring as much, like if he doesn't need to, and just, you know, contribute on all of their sides. You have the defense and Abdul. You just have a complete
But,
team.
like, we can do that with any team. Let's talk styles, for example.
Okay.
Like, I think Yazur's style was very well suited for guarding Yunis.
What I was
You
gonna
agree
say
with
was, what I was gonna say was, Yazur is a very much defense plus like run it in
Rebounding,
transition.
yes.
Yeah,
Which is exactly what
rebounding.
Rafah does as well.
Really?
Almost exactly what Rafah
No, I
does.
feel like
They
I
do
feel
that.
Like, I feel like in a set offense, Rafah is
They're
a
better
little,
half court, yes.
Half
I agree
court,
with you
Rafah's better.
100%.
I agree with you on that,
Defensively,
yeah.
Yazur is a bit better, but they're both physical, athletic teams that love to run in transition.
Yeah.
Right? We can agree on that at least.
Yeah, I agree
Which
with
I think that's why that makes them probably the best suited team to play Yazur in the finals.
I just think that
I just think it's funny how no. Sorry.
I think that Yazur overcomes that. I think they.
How? Like we're talking like defensively.
I think defensively they're better. I think offensively they're still going to go out to the break just like nobody's stopped them from doing that. Not one time. No team in the league
They
has
only
stopped them
scored
from
40
going.
points against Rafah the last time that they played, and it was a very slow game.
Yeah, Rafah also takes care of the ball very well, and I
Yeah.
feel like that makes a difference.
But like we didn't see them play the defense that they played this last week,
That's true.
which I think that they're going to do again next week, right? And I think that like that's going to have a difference.
Do you think they're gonna play man or 3-2?
If I had to guess, I would say a zone, and the only reason I would say that is because Rafah is really good at getting inside to the paint and scoring in that way. With Sami Shaban, you got Matic, and Aboudi as well. And I think that one of the benefits of zone is that you end up clogging in the center.
But their leading scorer last game, and the reason why I know all this is because I watched their game to get tips on how to guard Rafah when they're playing them. Their leading scorer I think was 20 from Karim Shaban the last time that they played.
And I think that they're still gonna have like a late contest maybe on certain situations like that, like where you have like you're still playing a 3-2. You have somebody up there, and I think that like whoever is on Karim in that certain situation maybe won't clog in as much.
Yeah.
This is the way I would play it. I wouldn't clog in as much into the lane. I would have the rest of the team doing that because he's their best shooter, Karim. But I think the rest of the team, I would be happy with that. I think I would do a 3-2. I think they're really good at man as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if they switched it up halfway just to confuse the offense, the other side.
Okay, let's talk about their last matchup.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll let you get in here for a second. But their last matchup, what was it? So it was like 41-41 or something like that.
it was a very, very close game.
Who-
But down the
who-
stretch,
Chaka hit the game-winning three. That was that
Rafah
game.
versus you're saying week 7.
I think it was 44-41. Am I correct?
41-44. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'm a psychopath. So Ryan had a chance to ice the game. He missed 2 free throws at the end of the game, and then Taka came and hit the 3 at the end of the game. Yazur went on a run a couple of times. Rafah ended up coming back. Aboudi wasn't playing that game. Matic didn't have a good game, and Ryan had a bunch of uncharacteristic turnovers in the beginning because I believe Sammy wasn't even playing for the first couple of minutes.
So I think that Rafah had those players that weren't playing super well, but I don't think that there's no reason for that. You know what I mean? I think that like it has to do with Yazur's defense.
It's also the
right?
defense, but you don't think that they're going to be a little bit
They
more
might.
prepared for that?
No,
But
they
also,
might.
like,
But I think
Sammy should play the entire game.
of course. I think he had the biggest impact down the stretch too.
Yeah.
Like he kept taking it inside, and that
Yeah.
like I think if you take that away from them, it's done. And take that away from them. Nobody was scoring. Nobody was scoring.
That was
except
the
getting
only thing
outside
going
Sammy.
for them at a certain point.
That's
Bro,
easier
that's
said
how.
than
That's
done.
literally how they made the overtime. It was because Sammy kept coming down the
Yeah.
floor, hitting that, and I remember he
It was
hit
free
2 free throws
throws.
to tie the game and send it to overtime.
Yeah.
But that's easier said than done. You can, we can say the same thing about Yazur. Just stop Taka and Al-Hassan.
No, you're right.
Nothing
But
they
even
can
then,
do,
even if you do stop Taka and Al-Hassan, you still have Abu Drahan, you still have
But
Abdullah
they're
down
not
low.
big scorers, right? It's the same thing we talk about with Rafah.
But I think they're not big stores, but they're still threats. Like if you don't,
They are.
Yeah, Abdul last game had 9 points. You know what I mean?
I'm just
Like,
trying to get you guys to see the other side.
I do.
Over to
No,
this
listen.
side.
I think that it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means.
This is
at
going to
all.
be closer than the Khan Yunis game.
I
for
totally
sure.
agree. I totally agree. I think it's going to be you can even say that it's a coin toss between which team will actually win. I think that it's still closer to be Yazur though.
Who are
I
the
think
X factors?
X factors are going to be.
The thing is, last time they played, Abudi wasn't there.
Yeah, that's what I.
That's
what I just
big,
said.
too. That's
he's
important.
a big body. And
That's important.
Yeah, and he's.
That's
I
important.
don't know what to say. Like he's good at crashing the offensive glass.
I'll tell you what. If Motaka can shoot the way he did last week,
Of course, like
Wait,
that's
they're
yeah,
gonna
they're
win.
gonna win.
They're gonna win,
100%.
if I mean Abu Drahan has the same impact week in week out, and it's huge, right? But
Abu Draham's going to perform. He's performed every week since
yeah,
week
that's what I'm
one.
trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
he's not even an X factor. You know how he's gonna do great.
I think the X factor is Bayan, to be quite honest with you.
for Rafah side.
Yes. No, for the entirety of the game.
That's a hot take.
He's gonna make or break the No, in my opinion,
No,
he's
I
gonna
mean
make or
it's
break
true.
the
Like,
game.
bro, the whole season he hasn't really been scoring that much, and
I
like,
don't-
he's
I'm
been
not even
taking the
talking
shots.
about
He's been,
scoring.
no, but he's been taking the shots too.
True.
Like if he can hit half the shots,
What are you talking
Then
about
he-
then?
The last game against Yazur, he turned the ball. How many turnovers did he have that game?
but that's
Yeah, but
because
that's-
of their
that's-
pressure. They
yeah, that's-
they
no,
literally
no,
called
no,
it.
but
He
if
would
you-
come down the court,
I get
and they
it.
were like, jump the pocket pass.
Right.
We know where he's going to give it to him. Literally pressure him on there, and
Right.
we got the pass.
But
And they did it.
You have to make those reads, especially if Taka's literally telling you what he's about to do.
yeah.
He's shouting, jump the pocket pass,
it's just
don't
like-
make the pocket
Yeah.
pass.
It's a psychological game.
Yeah.
Right, like fake the pocket pass.
But like
and
the
kick it
problem
out.
was the rest of his team didn't come up.
How many turnovers did he have?
6.
6 turnovers. See, that's
But
huge.
my point is that like even if he had the best passing ability in the world, the rest of his team didn't come up and try to get the ball.
But
Only
they
the
can.
only guy you're
They
right.
can, that's
They
what I'm
have to
saying.
make that. They
Yeah,
have
right,
to make
they
that
have to make the
distinction.
adjustment.
They all
But
have to be
even
doing that.
after
Yeah.
all of that, with 6 turnovers from Rayan, 4 turnovers from Karim Shaban, with
true.
Abudi not even there, it's still an overtime.
This is
game.
the
But look
16?
how Montaka shot.
Is this the week 16?
6 for 17.
Okay, but like, no
2
disrespect,
for 11 from
no
the three-point
disrespect
line.
from Taka to Taka. That's how he's been shooting.
In the
most of the
playoffs,
season.
though, he hasn't been shooting like that. He's been hitting his threes.
I mean, like
over 50% in all
yeah,
both
I
games.
Against
know.
our
I can't
game,
do
like,
it,
I-
yes. I'm gonna push aside the Aka game.
Why are you doing that? No,
We're just gonna ignore that. That's a statistical anomaly. He did shoot well against Khan Yunis.
5 for 9. It's pretty good.
5 for 9 is really
But they
good.
don't have the same defenders that Rafah
And
has.
you know what? I hear he's in the 3-point contest, so he's gonna come
Taka?
prepared. Yeah, he's gonna come prepared to hit
He
threes.
might be gassed.
He's gonna be.
For
He's
the
It's
three-point
gonna be
contest.
a
gonna be very warm, dude. He's gonna be very warm.
Tell
We
you,
should
it's
talk
gonna be
about
important.
that, by the way. Like we're doing what? The first thing's the
We're
All-Star
gonna
game,
do that after, I think.
then the mini games,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then okay.
The reason why it's like that is because the mini games are going to be tiring for certain players, but not every player.
Okay.
You know what I
We're
mean?
gonna
And then
announce that
there's
later,
also
right?
lunch,
Yeah.
so like you're chilling for that.
Oh, we're gonna announce that.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Actually, we're done with the predictions pretty much now. I had Yazur, you have Anya, so you have Rafah. Did you? Do
I
yours?
also have Rafah.
Really?
Let's do it.
Wow.
The reason why, as I said yesterday, is because the Yazur season is too close to Golden State's 73 and
We're doing
9.
it for the memes.
Yeah, it was off, right?
It fell at some point because
Yeah.
I think you hit the table.
I hit the table. Yeah, I hit the table.
Yeah.
Might have been me, honestly.
But anyway, their season is too close to the 73 and 9 Golden State Warriors game, and Medic's coming in like LeBron. he's gonna go crazy for like.
Ryan's LeBron, Medic is Kyrie. He's gonna hit that left three-pointer to ice the game.
That's funny.
Yeah, but honestly, I have to go for Rafah. I really want to see them win.
Karim Shaban's J.R. Smith.
Not a bad
Lead
plan.
Tying people's
scorer,
shoes
J.R.
in the
Smith.
free throw on the free throw line.
That's so funny.
What a troll.
All right, sounds good. So those are our
We'll
predictions.
see, man. We'll see.
Let's go into the mini game explanation. So first, we're going to talk about the way that the schedule is for Sunday. So basically, you may have, I don't know if we mentioned this before, but we're going to have the All-Star game first. So that's going to be 10:15, 10:20. So make sure you show up on time for that. Right after that, we're going to have, so it's going to say, let's say it takes till 11:15. Then 11:15-ish. So again, try to show up before this because again, we may start a little bit earlier, but basically we're going to have the three-point contest. And then the 1v1 tournament. So 3-point contest is going to be like this. 5 spots around the court. You guys know which the 5 spots are. I'm going to put a graphic up on the screen as well. You're going to have 3 shots on each spot. There's going to be a 1-minute time limit to take all the shots. This is how the North Jersey League did it as well. So this is proven that it's a capable amount of time and everything like that. There are going to be 3 finalists from the list of. Actually, I'm sorry. There's going to be 4 finalists from the 3-point contest. You're going to be BYOR, bring your own rebounder. So bring somebody you trust. We're going to have more than one rebounder, but maximum 3 rebounders. So try to bring the max. We're going to have somebody...
You said something funny about that last time. You should say it again.
What was it?
Oh yeah, bro. Yazur is going to bring like every single like Tyler's going to bring every single person he knows surround the basket from the areas. Just get everybody to rebound.
Hit the ball!
Like he's going to bring all his kids from the school he teaches to rebound for him.
That's funny. And then obviously so we're going to have a whiteboard. And the person keeping the score, which they're going to do it on the scorekeeping and also keep the time on that thing, on the scoreboard. We'll have somebody writing down the scores for all the players on there. And then obviously we just said you have 3 shots on each spot. The 3rd shot is going to be a money ball. And every player gets 1 money rack. So you choose 1 spot where you get all 3 are money balls. And then the 4 finalists that make it to the second round are going to have 2 minutes to make 5 shots on each spot. So it's not going to be 3, you're going to have 5 shots. Same rules as everything else. So you have the last one's going to be the money ball, you have 1 money rack, all that kind of stuff. But you just get more shots and more time to take them.
The 4-point line? Like in the NBA?
Yeah. No 4-point line. No starry 3-point, 4-point thing. But yeah, so that's going to be the 3-point contest rules. I'm going to announce the players for that really fast. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
12, right?
10, 11, 12. Yeah, but actually, Motaka signed up for it. And Boba did too. Alright, so the players for the 3-point contest this season. He's 100%. He's 100% from the 3-point line this year. Alright, the players that we have for the 3-point contest are Rahim from Tulkarm, Omar Khan and Osman Khan from Akka. You got Omar Osmani from Khan Yunis, Faisal from Ajjur, Mahmoud Zayed from Bir Sabah, Saeed from Yazur, Kareem from Ajjur, me from Akka. I am pulling up. Hassan from Khan Yunis, Mahmoud from Al-Balah, Shaharia from Khan Yunis, Montaka from Yazur, and my dad from Akka.
Shout out to Omar Khan for giving Eka a chance to win a superlative, right?
That's so wild. He's also counting out his own father, who shot 100% from the 3-point line this
He's
year.
gonna show you guys for doubting him the entire season. He was a knockdown shooter, and he's gonna win the entire.
That would
thing.
be insane.
Wait, he's actually...
He would never let us live it down.
Literally.
He actually won.
Bro, he hit 1 3-pointer on a broken rim in 2012, and he's never let us forget about it. It's crazy.
Yeah, he actually won't let us forget about it. Anyway, so those are the participants. We're gonna, that's exciting. I'm excited to see who comes out of it. And then we have the 1v1 tournament. So the rules for the 1v1 tournament are going to be 3 dribbles. You're going to play till 5, 1s and 2s. Make it, take it. So if you make it, you get a rebound. If you miss, it's just going to be, switch possession. There's no going to be like a rebound or anything like that. It's just like, if you miss, it's going to be a turnover. We're going to encourage the crowd to stand around the court. We want like a nice like atmosphere for it, which is going to be a lot of fun. And yeah.
You have energy.
Yeah. And the final 4 in the tournament are going to play till 7. And the final 2, so the championship game, will be till 11. So that's going to be the score to achieve. We're randomly generating the brackets, actually, right here on the pod right now.
So I will say, imagine if Manik makes it to finals, will he not be gassed by the time his final game comes
So
along?
the thing is that, like, you're going to get time to rest after that. Because, like, after this after this entire tournament and everything like that, you're gonna have the break for the lunch break, so it's like a good half hour, and then we pray and all that kind of stuff. Then the championship game starts. So, if anything, he'll just be warm.
Very, very.
I might bounce him in the first round
for sure.
Can we get Caesar shut off?
Okay, let's see. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Ooh.
God,
Oh, bro, we switched. We switched. Oh
go,
my
man.
god.
Wait, hold on. I want to see these matchups real quick.
We're gonna talk about it right now.
That's a good matchup.
We're gonna talk about it right now.
That's
Okay.
a good matchup too, by the
Wait,
way.
bro, I want the old bracket. I want the old bracket, bro.
I see it in the second round, baby. Let's go.
I'm not seeing the second round.
What are you talking about?
I'm
You can
not
take
seeing.
Medic.
I'm not seeing
You
the
can
second
take
round.
Medic for sure.
Bro, Medic's gonna lock me up, bro. I have nightmares about Medic guarding me, bro.
Okay,
Alright,
let's go
let's
through.
see.
Well, are we gonna
Alright.
predict each matchup or no?
We'll just put them on there, announce the competition for
I'm
it. So,
down to go through the first round on podcast.
You want to predict the first?
whatever you guys
first
want,
round?
I'm down. All right, let me just
Alright,
talk
go.
about it real fast. Okay, so we just randomly generated the tournament bracket for the 1v1 contest, and we have some pretty fire matchups. So first matchup is going to be Chandi versus Sami Shaban.
And Semi is cooking Chandi.
It's a three.
Okay.
Remember to 3 dribble limit.
3 dribble limit, remember guys.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Second matchup, Subhan versus Shahari.
Oh,
That's going to be
tough.
insane.
That's
That's going to be
tough.
insane.
No, I think Shahari takes it.
Next one, Hassan versus Ahmed Kawar. Teammate versus
Takes
teammate.
it. Yeah.
Next one is going to be Alassane versus Abdul Traor.
Another
Another
teammate.
teammate versus teammate.
Alassane takes it.
Next is going to be Rayyan Gilgis Alexander, as he signed up,
This guy.
versus Minhaj Quraishi. So that's going to be a pretty good matchup, I think, too.
Minhaj definitely takes it.
It's because he missed the pod, right? He clicked on the pod.
Bro.
So,
I actually think this next one. Okay, sorry.
this next one, Mahmoud Ghanem versus Omar Khan.
I
That's
actually
gonna be
think
pretty
Mahmoud
crazy.
takes this.
Really?
Playing against Mahmoud in LA, he's a good one-on-one player.
Really? Okay.
He's a good
Omar
one-on-one
Khan takes
player.
it for sure.
Next one, Abdullah Mahmoud versus Tariq Hamid.
I think Tariq Hamid takes it. I think
Well,
Tariq
see you
Hamid
second
takes it.
round.
And the final matchup of the bracket, the first round, Yusuf Sharaf
I
versus
think
Malik
Yusuf takes
Suleiman.
it. See you second round, buddy.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I have nightmares of Medic guarding me.
But this is exciting. I'm excited to see who takes the dub here as the best one-on-one player.
Who's the front runner, you think?
Hassan probably, huh?
I think Hassan can get locked
Alassane,
up.
I take Alassane.
I think Alassane.
Where?
But bro,
he's a very good
if they
shot.
win,
Yeah,
yeah,
also
Alassane, they
in
play
the
second round
if they both win.
That's
That's a fun matchup.
Yeah,
gonna be
it's gonna be
insane.
fun.
I'm excited. We're gonna also have the microphone and the speakers out for it, so we'll have some commentating for sure. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time, man. So show up and show out.
Oh, do we have to wear
Bring
our jerseys and stuff?
Bring
like
your
that, or-
jerseys for sure. Bring your jerseys. It'll make things way easier for sure. Bring your jerseys. And bring spectators if you want people to watch. It'd be great. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, bring your mothers. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounded kind of. That actually
Okay.
sounded really bad.
All right.
I
moving
meant
on.
like. Oh
Let's just
god.
cut it off right there.
Oh god.
Yusuf's fiending for sure.
Bro, what? Yo,
And
He's
we-
got a type.
And we saved. And we saved this best part for
do
last.
not cut that off the
We saved this best part for last, so we actually have the all-star teams actually picked out already. So basically what happened was after the games on Sunday, we had the captains stay out and we recorded them picking the teams. And so take a look. Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome to Muslim Basketball Podcast, the All-Star Draft edition. So here we got Alassane, first overall captain with the most votes for the league, and number 2 captain Malik, who had the second most votes in the league. We have a draft board. We have it set up for all the players, for starters and reserves, and we're going to get this draft started right now. First pick is going to go to Alassane. Who do you want for your first pick on the overall All-Star Draft?
So,
Go ahead.
for the first pick, I'm picking my teammate, number 2, Mutaka.
Montaka, first pick on the All-Star Draft on Team Alassane. And the second pick, who are we going with, Malik? Young Leak.
Quick curveball. I know he's itching for a get back. Give me Hassan.
Give him Hassan. Hassan coming off the tough loss this week, but you know what he's capable of. He's the first pick from Malik's team, and we already got a showdown. Let's go for our second pick, Alassane. Who you got?
He's a right.
Oh wait, should we do snake?
No. I was saying regular, and then I'll pick first for the reserve.
No. We should do snake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You go next. So medic goes again because we're doing the snake draft. Yeah, snake draft. Sorry, Alassane. Sorry, bro. Throw the binder out. All right, medic. Who you got next?
Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth. Give me Rayyan El Benna.
Rayyan El Benna, curveball pick there for sure. But you respect the loyalty to his teammate. Rayyan gets picked, second pick for Malik, and now we're back to Alassane for 2 picks.
All right, so he's my rival, but hey, you just beat him right now. He getting Sharia.
Shaharia, what a great pick by Team Alassane. Alassane, Montaka, and Shaharia are looking real tough right now. All right, and one more pick.
Omar Khan.
Omar Khan. What a pickup. All right.
Very great.
So now we got Malik. Malik has Malik, Hassan, and Rayyan, and he's in for his next 2 picks to fin out the starting lineup.
I have a tough decision to make here. There's a lot of great players. I have a lot of scorers. I got a lot of guys that can take care of the ball. I'm going to need somebody who can finish the ball and get us rebounds. Got to go with the coach, the OG, Sami Shaban. Give it to me, Rafah, baby.
Sami Shaban, again, respected loyalty to his teammates, but let's see if that pays off. Now he gets one more pick to finish out his starting lineup. It's between Subhan and Ahmed Kawar.
Ooh-wee. That's what I'm saying. All rebounders. That's what I'm saying. And I think that's so loud. I'm going Rayyan really pushed for my boy Ahmed Kawar. We have that Noodly Man connection, you know. So I really think it'll be good. Give me Ahmed Kawar.
All right, Ahmed Kawar, final pick for Matic team. So Team Matic is looking like Hassan, Rayyan, Sami Shaban, Ahmed Kawar, and of course your captain, Matic Suleiman. And Team Alassane is so far looking for the starters, Alassane and Montaka, which we've seen together all season, along with Shaharia, which is going to be so interesting to see, Omar Khan and Subhan. What a top 5. This is going to be an insane matchup next week. All right, now let's start going into the reserves. So, who are we starting off for this? We should have, we'll have him start with 1 pick. So, yeah, because he just had the remaining pick, yeah. So, Alassane, start your pick off for the reserves. Yeah, but he gets 1 more and then he goes to 2.
Yeah, so then it's regular. All right, so I'm going to go with Abu Dhahan. Gotta get this man, so I respect him.
Abu Dhahan for the reserves. So Abu Dhahan, like Montaka, Abu Dhahan, and Alassane are pretty much the Yazur starting lineup on the same team here on the All-Star. And then you basically have Rafah on the other side. We're gonna have a finals preview before the finals game, pretty much. All right, who's your next 2 picks, Matic?
I think the first one's obvious. Everyone knows who I'm picking. Give me Abdullah Mahmoud. Gotta complete it.
These guys are too loyal for this draft, honestly. We should just throw this whole thing out and get new players, bro. This is
I know what I'm getting next, though. Wow. I'm surprised.
All right, one more.
One thing that I think will really help us is, you know what? Standing right in front of me, he's been fighting his entire season. Give me Yusuf Sharaf, man. Give me Yusuf Sharaf.
Yusuf Sharaf, Mr. Foul City. I'm just kidding. Yusuf has been fighting all season, trying to keep our team afloat. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but he's done a valiant effort trying to keep us in it. I wish I had his averages in front of me, but he's done great. All right, so now Alassane gets 2 picks in a row here. The last 3 picks are going to be between Salim, Aaron, and Mahmoud Zayed. Honestly, a lot of talent on the board still left up there. And then the last player is going to go to Matic's team. So, Alassane, kick us off.
Underrated player. When I seen him play, he plays like a dog. I got Aaron LaPlaca.
Aaron LaPlaca picked for Alassane. And now, your final pick, Alassane. Who you want to close out your lineup here? Mahmoud Zayed or Salim?
We get Salim.
He's going to pick Salim. Defensive anchor, offensive playmaker. You know how he is. And Mahmoud Zayed goes on to Team Matic.
So let's take a look at our lineups right here. We got no, don't worry about it. I'm gonna put a graphic. I'll put a graphic. So Malik, Team Malik has Hassan, Rayyan, Sami, obviously Malik, Suleiman, and Ahmed Kawar is your starting lineup. Then you got the reserves of Yusuf Sharaf, Abdullah Mahmoud, and Mahmoud Zayed. What a team! And Team Al-Hassan, you got obviously Captain Al-Hassan, Montaka, Shaharia, Omar Khan, and Subhan starting it off. And then you got the reserves of Abu Jahan, Aaron, and Salim. What a team! Honestly, I'm gonna put my predictions out there. Already? I'll wait for the prediction section. I'll save it for the pod. All right, guys. Thank you, fellas. Let's shake hands. All right, it's gonna be a great match next week, inshallah.
So, what do you guys think about the All-Star game?
Oh my God, here you go, dude.
What team you guys got for the All-Star game?
Can I see those teams again?
Yeah.
I got you. I have the picture. I think.
Did also just not think about big men at all when he was drafting? What's going on?
So we did it snake format.
Okay.
And so
Al-Hassan was not prepared for snake.
And so basically, Sami and Ahmed Kawar got picked up in one go by Manik. I think Manik just took both of them in one sitting.
I mean, Manik's got some real team bias.
I think honestly,
both of them did. Yazur got Yazur, half Yazur on Al-Hassan's team, and half of Rafah on Manik's team.
I think honestly, Al-Hassan had a better reserves draft, and Medic had a better starters draft.
Okay. So who do you guys think is going to take it?
I think I got Al-Hassan actually. Al-Hassan's team.
He always bets against me. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I just think
Like,
it's
he's
not
right
even
so
about
far.
the talent, bro.
Except for
just
on week 4.
Al-Hassan and Montaka, they're familiar with each other. You got Shaharia as well. Omar Khan
That
is
is
a knockdown shooter.
Yeah.
Abdurrahman. It's just those three guys just know how to play with each other. And I just have so much respect for Salim, bro. Even if they don't have a big man, he's strong enough to guard one of those guys.
All right. What about you? Who do you think is going to win?
I think Medic's team's gonna go crazy.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Because he's on.
We're just a better team.
Okay.
We're simply just a better team.
Right.
We'll
Got
even
it.
play man.
So no facts.
We'll play.
What do you mean? You're gonna be on the bench, dog. You're not playing the game.
Me and the bench. I'm gonna one man guard the bench.
All right. Sounds good. And now
Top plays.
we got your top plays. Only got 5 for y'all this week. First up is Ajjur with the beautiful ball movement down to Ali Azzat for the shot. This is how they were playing all the first half. Number 4, you got Montaka running up the court, pulling up in 3 in rhythm, and cans it, going 5 for 9 from 3 last Sunday. Number 3, Booker gets it at the top of the free throw line and nails the jumper. Watch him fake away 1 and shoot over top the other 2. Really tough bucket. Number 2, you got Yazur with the ball movement, Montaka with the entry pass to the top for Abu Drahan, and the beautiful feed down to Abdul. Watch it again in slow motion. Around 3-4 on Yunis jerseys, and the finish by Abdul Traore. And your number 1 play of the week, you got Aboudi with the tough block on the 3-point line. And that's not all, folks. Speed it up really fast to the next possession, and he gets another block. Deja vu. We didn't think he had it in him, but
all right, guys.
Sure did.
So we're here with your final announcements. Again, we want to make sure that you show interest if you're going to go to the awards dinner, and please do, because I think it's going to be a ton of fun. You know, it's subsidized food, good time with your friends. You got some awards that are going out for the season. Probably the last time we'll see each other before next season. Some players probably won't return, so it's a good opportunity to do that. So make sure you fill out that poll. Next thing is going to be the food poll as well. So let us know if you're interested in food on Sunday for the All-Star game. That's going to have to happen quick.
Yeah, is there even time for that?
There is. I'm going to figure it out, but it's going to have to happen quick though. So I'm going to cut off the poll by Friday. If I don't have any answer, enough interest by Friday, then we're not going to do it. So just let me know. Third thing, MD Cup, March 3rd. Play your hearts out on Sunday. I think it's going to have something to do with who shows up on the MD Cup. So make sure you guys are, and show up for that too, because we're not trying to lose to North Jersey or Pennsylvania, especially not Pennsylvania.
We're definitely not losing to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
If you guys have a chance, go watch their games.
And officially, and what's it called? We also
I've never seen it.
we're also looking for volunteers officially in the group chat. So just make sure you fill out that form. We're gonna put it in the group chat. If you can help in any way possible, that will totally be helpful. And show up on time on Sunday. We want you guys 10:15. That's when the All-Star game's starting. If you're late, reserve is getting moved up into the starting lineup. So, that's all.
What if someone doesn't show up? Like,
we should have drafted the
we have them on, we have a list of the.
All right,
we'll figure it out. I think most of them are there anyway for like different contests and stuff anyway.
Yeah.
The replacements, alternates, you're saying, right?
Mm.
Yeah. All right, that's all it is. This was actually I believe our second to last pod, and I had a great time doing it. Alhamdulillah. Shout out to Yusuf for being here every week, doing it with us, and Rayyan for being here about half the time, I would say. Shout out to all our special guests, including Tariq Hamid. He was great. Definitely a consideration for being on the podcast crew for next season. Yeah, I mean, look, guys, we had a great time doing this. We didn't know that it was going to turn into this, and it was pretty amazing. Alhamdulillah. I got a lot of positive feedback from everybody. Definitely want to thank you guys for a great season. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, we're still gonna have a podcast next week.
Yeah, one more.
Everything.
But yeah, just wanted to say my goodbyes. A little early.
Yeah, I mean, while I'm here again, shout out to you guys for putting in the work.
Appreciate
honestly.
it, man.
And I'm gonna tell that story again about how someone on our team wanted us to join another league, and I heard rumblings from the team that they didn't want to join the other league because there wasn't a pod. So, no pod, no games.
And shout out to all the guys behind the seasons too. Like we're doing it in front of a camera, so they see us every week. But there's a ton of. They thought I was a commissioner, bro. I'm like, not the commissioner. There's a ton of people behind the scenes that are also doing a ton of good work. So shout out to all those guys.
Shout out Omar Motia.
Yeah.
If you guys see them,
Osad,
they put in a lot of work.
Zayd, all these guys doing a lot of work to bring this league to life. So
And let's not forget the reason why the league.
That's right. Palestine. And we're here. We're doing all this for Palestine. So donate. There's a link in the bio, and keep them in your du'as, because if you can't do anything else at all, then du'a is the best thing that you can do. At least, the least. And du'a is powerful. So keep it up, inshallah.
It's actually crazy, like hearing all the news about like Rafah and stuff. And
that's our team names.
Exactly,
bro. Honestly, and I think about like Yunis and all these different places that I'm so familiar with it just because of this.
Exactly.
And now like you feel like you have like a connection to it.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, man. It's like, bro, like they're messing us up right now. There's no way.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, assalamu alaikum.
Wow, that was kind of
abrupt. I know. Sorry.
It's all good. Who cares?
All right. See you next week.
Assalamu alaikum.